want to be a part of this when you know that the police could move in at some point and think people could be arrested. I don't know. I didn't have a chance to follow up that question with that, but you would only assume it's out of curiosity. You know, a lot of us remember '94, but a lot of these people were not around back then, and they were children. So this is a whole new generation. They probably heard the legends of '94 and what happened back then. In fact, earlier tonight, when I heard people chanting "Riot, Riot," I heard '94 chanted more than once. So I'll just give you another look at what we just walked away from and how thick that smoke is now. We were basically downwind from that and taking it in the face. It was too difficult. It's very dangerous. There were people standing up, as you recall, on that roof, just in behind that area moments ago. I hope they got out of there safely, because as it stands right now, you'll be looking at severe smoke inhalation and serious lung damage. You can probably see that guy walking way down there, Jazz, on the roof. So here's somebody who's in the middle of the smoke, walking along the roof with his hand in the air. You know how dangerous that is? It's incredibly dangerous. When we go and cover your standard house fire, more often than not, the death that happens at your standard house fire is a result of smoke inhalation before the flames ever get to somebody. So there's somebody right now who could be hospitalized of his own doing tonight.
Well, it's shocking. We saw that guy jump over the car and basically fall into the burning car, and it's amazing we haven't heard any serious injuries yet. Have you seen firefighters?
I'm sorry, Tamara, can you repeat that?
Yeah, have you seen any firefighters down there yet to deal with this?
No, I saw those firefighters earlier. They were keeping them relatively close to the burning cars we saw a couple of hours ago, and as I mentioned, they would bring them in near the end of the fire, they would put them out. But you know what? Those firefighters were scared. They were worried.
And are you scared, Rob?
For exactly that reason.
No.
Out of control.
And I don't know if you just heard that explosion behind me and the cheer that resulted from it, but it's for that reason. The firefighters are worried about the unpredictability of the crowd, and so they, for now, seem to be well away from this area here, and the police are content to let them do that. Because the firefighters, you have to keep in mind, when they get to the scene here, they're dragging hoses, right? And so that's right through the crowd. People are tripping up. It's dangerous work for them, and what's the upside? People are going to be this stupid. Why would they bother going in and putting their own lives at risk? And the officers that we see standing over here with the shields, they're not moving right now.
No, and Rob, obviously, I'm guessing that was the tank that exploded, and, the big cheer. Is there a chance the building could catch on fire from what you see?
Yeah, we were just talking about that. It's hard to tell, right? It's basically right underneath the awning of that roof. So in theory, if those flames grow large enough, the Hudson Bay building here at the corner of Seymour and Georgia could be on fire. We know the inventory, we know the history of this building, but nobody's moving into this point to douse those flames. You see another explosion right now. I don't know what's causing that, frankly, Tamara. You would think it's a gas tank, but I would assume it would be a much larger explosion if that were the case. They sound like they're pops of headlights or they're pops of fire extinguishers or windows, but it's definitely dangerous here, and it's getting to the point where you would think the police would have to move in soon if this crowd doesn't disperse.
Well, if there's gasoline in that car, you would think that it eventually has to...
Well, that's what's fueling the fire, for sure. That's what's keeping it going, but I don't think it's good. We're going to see a single explosion. They're just going to burn out the frame at this point.